everyone, welcome to Eve Talk. I am your host, delonewolf, and let's go and have a look at the Eve Online markets for this week. So let's head over to the captain's quarters. I've actually noted down a few extra products to keep an eye on, and a few I think could be interesting or important for some people that are heavily involved in the market to also keep an eye out for. So let's take a seat and let's have a look at the mineral markets just to start off as usual. So titanium, despite the fact that there is still a strange data point at around 11 ISK, at least it's not like 250 anymore, so you can look at the graph a little bit and it's an uptrend, even a data point at around 7 ISK. So let's have a quick look in station what the buy and sell orders are. We have sell orders for 7.05 ISK is the lowest one, and the buyers 704, so no margin whatsoever, but definitely an uptrend for titanium this week. Let's have a look at pyrite. Let's see if that follows the same pattern. Absolutely, upwards towards 14 ISK here. It's pretty clear that it's either inflation or the effects of the changes in drone loot, which means that most of the minerals have to come from mining now or having its effect at the moment. Sell orders in station 1390, buyers 1308, so there is some margin on pyrite at least, but we can also see that it has been rising for quite a bit longer than titanium. So I guess pyrite is looking for a top but not finding it at the moment. Let's get over to Mexalon. Also the same uptrend, although some of the data points have gone extremely high extremely quickly, so and then have gone back down a little, just above 60 ISK, so maybe there was some attempt at market manipulation here by some people, because this is a pretty unusual graph where the green line continues its upward trend, but the red line and some of the data points have broken off after rising to almost 65 ISK. The sell and buy orders 62 ISK for the sellers, 61.23 for the buyers. So mineral prices are going up at the moment, whether it's inflation or mining problems, supply demand, or a combination of both. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely an uptrend. So good for miners, good for us. A couple of the normal ships. Let's start with the Hulk. That one's holding strong at around 280 million. Yeah, 278.9 for the sellers in station, 274 for the buyers. So at least there's a 6 million, no, maybe 5 million margin in between them, but on a price of 280 million, that's not that much. So I guess that quite some Hulks are being made and bought at the moment, but it's pretty stable, so that's lucky for anyone that has to replace his Hulk. Let's have a look at the Drake as one of the more popular ships. 52 million, slight uptrend maybe can be seen, although the data points are up and down, above and under the green line. So that could be pretty stable actually. Sell orders in station 51 million, buy orders 49,500, so absolutely no margin there. And I guess some stability here as well. Around 52 million for the Drake seems to be the price that it has found. So I'm wondering where all that mineral, those high-priced minerals are going towards. Could be capital and super capital production. I'm not sure, but maybe the war is having its effect here. A quick look at the Tech 3 market. Melted nanoribbons seem to have stabilized a bit. Definitely an uptrend from the 10th of June. But right here at the tail end looks pretty stable with a couple data points behind the green line again. So let's have a quick look. Sellers 6,800,000, buyers 6,300,000. That's at least a decent margin in between there. So for some trading, that could be interesting. But pretty stable at the moment, I would say. So this might be a top for Tech3 at the moment. Let's have a look at the Tengu and see if that one can confirm any of this. Yep, data points are going down and the green line pretty much stable. So yeah, I think we're looking at either stabilization or a top for the Tech3 market. Tengu's going for 219 million, buyers 211 million. That's why this is at 8 million margin on 200. It's at least better than the Hulk, that's for sure. So yeah, maybe the Tech3 market could be interesting for some trading opportunities. Let's see, somebody asked about the PI stuff, so I'll have a look at the coolants. I think that's one of the easiest ones to make. It has been going down quite a lot, then a slight uptick, and now data points well below the green line again. So it looks like we might have seen a top here. Coolants at 6,134 for the sellers, 6,057 for the buyers. So the effect of POCOs, well, I think if we can attribute this downtrend we've seen here to the POCOs, that means that by now most people have been able to make and secure them, and thus have been bringing down the overall tax cost of planetary interaction, thus bringing down the price again. I don't think the POCOs in and of themselves have had a big impact on the prices, but their relation to the increased taxes are what may have had a serious impact on tax prices. Of course, if you lose a POCO, your cost goes up, but I don't think a lot of planetary interaction players or alliances are going to try and pass on the cost of a lost POCO to the planetary interaction customers, but they'll just carry that on through their normal alliance activities, and it's the taxes that will really determine the price for PI stuff itself on the market. So I think we've seen a stabilization. Maybe the Goon campaign might have caused this uptick, destroying some POCOs. Might indeed have meant that if enough of them are destroyed, the overall taxes go back up and those prices follow as well. And right now, I think at the tail end, we're seeing a correction again back down. So I think it's pretty stable. Most people have their POCOs put on a low tax price compared to highsec normal taxes, and that's why we're seeing the current prices. Of course, this is not so good for highsec PI guys. We're still paying the full taxes, but prices of POCOs are being brought down by parties that have their own. So yeah, it's a difficult market. On the other hand, I'm going for the POS fuels, which are always useful and can be held on no problem. They can be useful for your corporation or your alliance as well. So it's not a bad thing to keep as a passive income. But if you're a highsec PI player, then yeah, the POCOs might actually bring prices down for you, so that's not that good. You might want to go out and shoot some in 0-0, just an idea. The mackinaw, this was actually asked by a corp alliance mate not too long ago. I think the price I saw in chat was around 250. It's actually, although it's going down, closer to 175 million ISK. Let's have a quick look at the market. 165 for the sellers, 159 for the buyers. So that's lagging a bit. It's much lower than what the chart is showing. So this is probably like regional average. So yeah, a downtrend for the mackinaw at the moment, although it's gone almost to 180 million, probably due to Hulkageddon and stuff like that. An interesting post on the forums I saw: the Tech2 armor plates are getting a buff on CC, so they're very likely to get a buff as well on TQ very soon in one of the next patches. This of course means that they will provide more armor bonus than the rolled tungsten. Right now, rolled tungsten, can I find anyone with this? Yeah, like 1600mm rolled tungsten is considered the best plate because it's easy to fit and it has the same hit point bonus as the Tech 2 stuff, but since the Tech 2 variants are going to get a buff, this could be an interesting market to have a look at. If I look at the chart, it hasn't gone down yet. So personally, if I would have had a lot of rolled tungsten as an investment, I think I should consider this a time to sell. Of course, the Tech 2 stuff is still going to be harder to fit, but I think a lot of people are going to look at the increased hit point they get from it and might think that it's worth it. And then finally, that's an important one that I forgot last week. I really should remember to do it every single week. It's the PLEX, which has been going down. Nice, on the chart at least, although the data points have gone up and down more violently than the graph. The overall is down towards 480 million. So that's nice for people that want to pay their account with PLEX. Sellers in station 483 million, buyers 474. I don't think that's a lot of difference with 2 weeks ago. So probably in 2 weeks we saw an uptick and then now a correction back down, and we're pretty much where we were back 2 weeks ago. Let's hope. Personally, I'm hoping that the downtrend continues a little bit, as it makes ETH more accessible to players that want to pay that way. Anyways, that's it for this ETH talk, and I'll see you guys next time.